So today we're going to talk about thriving when we're in lockdown under COVID-19 and how you can just focus on you, get better, get stronger, thrive, be the person you want to be and crush it every single day. So let's go. So I'm Joe and I'm here to inspire you into action every single day. I want these videos to serve you. I want these videos to help you become the person you want to be. And now we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're in the middle of COVID-19. And this is probably not going to be the last time that this time happens to the human race. This is why it's so important now that we focus on ourselves, focus on our self-development, focus on our skills, focus on the things that we want to do, designing our lives, designing the things that we want to start achieving. It's the best time. Yes, it's sad, people are dying, there are difficult things happening, but what I'm seeing from everything that's going on is there's more kindness, is that people are speaking to each other more, people are really doing things they would not have had time to do before. Now there's different things that I've seen. Some people are thriving, some people are really struggling with all the time they have and the isolation. This is the time when we are in isolation, when we are alone, when we are struggling. These are the best times. These are the times that are going to test us. These are the times when it's an opportunity to think about where we are now and where we want to be. So let's think about how we can actually start to thrive in the lockdown, thrive within this whole pandemic that's hitting the whole planet, hitting the whole world. It comes down to you. It's a very individual journey. But what I'll do is we'll go through some things that we can start to do in terms of starting to get you excited about where you are, not to focus on the outside, but focus on inside, how you are and how you can bring this out. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to think about where are you now? What is your situation? Write it out. Where is your situation? What are the struggles? What are the difficulties? What are the things that are really challenging for you? Write them out in detail on a page. I want you to pause this video and do that right now. So pause. Okay, you've written it all out. They've got this whole thing. You're going to have maybe some good things on there, some bad things on there. The whole thing about it is getting this onto a page, is brain dumping all that onto a page. And now you have that. What we need to do now is we need to look at how we're going to move forward from all this, how we're going to be thriving in this whole thing. So now we've got that. Now how, looking at all those things, what would be the most ideal life for you? This is the second thing I want to do. What is the most ideal life for you now? I want you to sketch this out in detail, a big vision for your life. The biggest, boldest vision. Now I want you to strip away money. I want to strip away any resource you don't have, anything, just get it out of the way. Now, it's proven in science that if you start to write out things that you want to do, your brain is going to start to learn, it's going to start to come up with different ideas and how to start to implement. Now you're going to start with the smallest things possible. You're going to say, well, hey Joe, I don't have these resources, I don't have all this money. You don't. That's the point. You have got to start with the smallest thing possible. If you're watching this video right now, you have a smartphone or you have a computer, and that's an amazing resource. You have more resources than the people that you look up to. Look at any of the people you look up to. So for me, people who have been real game changers like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, look at what they've done. They started from very difficult backgrounds. Look at Oprah. She started from being a maid, like I think it was her mum or her aunt was a maid, and she didn't want to be a maid, right? She made things happen. She didn't have resources, she didn't have the internet, but she became one of the most influential women. So if you look back at all the people that you do. So my daughter loves the 1975, and Matty Healy is the lead singer now. I don't know masses about the 1975, but what I do know is when my daughter was talking about, I'm struggling with this, getting this implemented, we're never going to do certain things. I said, look into the story of 1975, and there was a lot of work before they made it, right? There was like 10 years of struggle, before their music hit the big time. Now they're massively huge. But because they took it, they did what they could with what they had. They probably used their own computers, right? Building, just starting to make music, starting to play, and then it got gradually built from there. And that's what is going to happen with you. When you're your biggest, boldest life, when you want to thrive in times like this is the perfect time to start to think, okay, how can I really start to leverage my strengths? So what are the things that are going to really lift me up? So when you've written that big vision, it's now about making sure that you can start with the smallest action possible. Maybe it's about doing a video, maybe it's about writing a blog, maybe it's about reaching out, helping others, whatever it is, in the smallest way, whatever the resource you have. So I love this quote. It's not about the resources, it's about your resourcefulness. Remember, it's not about resources, it's about your resourcefulness. So it's not about how much money you got. It's not about all these different type of things you might think about. I haven't got this, I haven't got that, because those are the excuses. Those are the barriers that you are putting in your mind. Have you ever heard of the Matrix? Now, I looked at Tom Billion, and on his t-shirt he said, "The Matrix is a documentary." I love that, because when you look at it from a perspective of self-development, when you're trying to improve, we are stuck with that. There's a scene in the film where Neo goes back into the Matrix after discovering what it is, and he tries to jump a building, right? He tries to jump because you're meant to sort of free your mind and jump off a building. So the first time he goes off, he runs and he jumps and he falls flat and he bounces off the tarmac rock, because he hadn't learned to let go of the limiting beliefs he had. And then once he started to believe that he could do things, he'd then be able to control. He could then jump and do the jump from the building. So yeah, we're not going to jump off buildings and things like that, right, without all that sort of stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to use that analogy. We're going to use that thing to free our minds from all the things, all the programming you've given over the years around, I can't do this and I can't do that. My mum told me this, or my dad told me this, or my brother told me this, or my friends told me this. And what's happening there is people are putting their limitations on you. They're putting your limitations on you, and that means you're absorbing them. When we're born, we don't have that. We don't have those limitations. So babies and children don't have that. That's why they have their imaginations, and they're trying all different things, playing it out. And you need to get back to that a little bit, and get back to that playfulness, get back to that excitement, and that's where you start to thrive. So you have the biggest, boldest vision, right? You've sketched out all where you are now. You've sketched out your biggest, boldest vision, and now it's time for action. Action, action, action. You need to now put in some timelines as to when you're going to do it. So if you're going to write that blog, or if you do that video, when is it going to happen? Now it's got to be soon, right? It can't be loads in the future. If you've got loads of time, why not do it right now? Right, I want you to come back to this video. We come back to this video and see what you promised yourself, and put it in the comments below about what you're going to promise to do, what you're going to promise yourself to follow through. Because the key around all this is, if you make a promise to yourself and you break that promise, you're saying to yourself you're not the type of person that follows through on the actions you say you're going to do. So you need to change that. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to get up early, do it. If you say you're going to do a video, do it. Because if you don't, you're not programming your mind in the right way. You're going to have those limiting beliefs, you're going to have those limiting barriers, and that's where you're going to struggle, right? But let's be honest, we all struggle. I still struggle, right? I still have to push through things, like doing this video. What was I going to say? What was I going to do? If I had to just get on and do it. And that's the thing. It's through the action where you'll learn. So when you put the action lines in, the action points in, the timelines in, when you are absolutely dedicated to making it happen, you're going to send different messages to the mind. It's going to start unlocking all those barriers that you had. Now, this is what's happening for me, right? We created the podcast, and the links in the description below. We've created a blog, links in the description below. All these things, right, are happening, right? I just got received a direct message on Twitter asking for someone to go and be interviewed. That wouldn't have happened had I not created these videos, had I not done all this, because that's the life I want to create. I want to help people. I want to help a massive load of people across the planet, billions of people, and that starts with the smallest steps, right? It starts with this video, you watching this video, but this can happen for you. I didn't think it could happen, but once I started releasing those limiting beliefs and going, it's possible. There was a beautiful quote I heard, I think it's from Tom Hiddleston. Everything is possible, but nothing is guaranteed. I love that. Everything is possible, but nothing is guaranteed. So for you to go and do your thing, it's possible that you could go and do it, but it's not guaranteed that you'll make it. The only thing you can do is to get into action and to get into something you're going to start doing, right? So these are the things that you've got to do. You've got to create that environment, right? In these times when we want to thrive in this time, this most difficult time, I want you to look back in like a year's time, 2 years' time, when we've come out of lockdown and go, do you know what? When I was in that lockdown, I absolutely crushed my self-development. I was dedicated to my self-development. I actually did things that I'd never done before, and now I feel great and I'm at this different level. That's what you do, but you're only going to do it through you. You're going to have to step into it. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to come and do this work for you. This is what you have to realise. You have to realise that no one's coming along. You have to do this work, right? There is no one coming in, right? Life is coming for you. Life is going to throw you curveballs. It's going to test you. So when you write out your plan, we've gone through these 3 steps, right? Writing out where you are now, creating the big vision, and now the action. Life's coming for you. When you're going to try and do those actions, she's going to put lots of different things in your way. You thought you had this correct, right? Try this, try this, try this, and problems are going to stack up. Do you think all these successful people, right, like Oprah, all those types of people, Oprah, Elon Musk, do you think they don't have problems? They have problems. Their problems are just specifically for them. Now your problems are specifically for you. Life brings in these problems because they're your levels of growth, right? They come in to test you. They come in to see your resilience. They come in to test your resilience. They come in to say, where are you now? It's like a test to see where you are, right? It's all those things. So designed for you. My problems are designed for me. And that means I have to get creative, I have to step into them, I have to face them, and sometimes I get the fear in my belly. I think, I don't really want to do that, but I step in most of the time. I don't always, right? But most of the time I'll step in, because you've got to step in. If we don't step in, we're not going to grow. And when you don't step in, you recognise it, and they go, oh, okay. When you become more self-aware, you recognise, I step into it, I don't feel proud of myself. And so that's what I want for you. So there is a lot here to be getting on with, and I want you to come back to this video, rewind, repause, I don't know, but pause, rewind, whatever you do this video, but come back, right? So when you promise yourself, say you're going to do it like, next week, come back to the video, come back to your comment and see what you've done, and a comment below, and re-comment, and I'll respond to you. So I want this to serve you. I want this video to make you better. I want you to thrive through this pandemic. I want you to thrive through COVID-19, and I hope this content helped you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love if you check out this video over here. It's about why your story matters. And also I'd love it if you subscribed. That'd be fantastic. It would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to hit the bell, because that'll tell you when another video goes live. So, it's Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you there.